What's going on, ladies and gents? Robert Sykes, KetoSavage.com.
Crystal Love, KetoBrick.com.
Alright, today we're making coconut cream bars. So we have the coconut cream brick, and we did a limited edition launch on that. So if you got the coconut cream brick, and you're like, I love the brick, it's the best brick I've ever had,
but I want to do something more with it.
but I want to get creative with it, this is your recipe. So you can call them coconut cream bars, you can call them coconut cream dogs, you can call them whatever you want to call them. But in order to make these, you're going to need 1/2 coconut cream brick. You can probably also make this with any flavor, but we're using the coconut. 1 cup unsweetened coconut flakes, 1 can unsweetened coconut cream.
I think it's milk.
Milk. So
Coconut
it's the milk.
cream. Coconut milk.
By the way,
which is actually just as good, if not a little bit better, for the macro ratios.
yeah, and if you watch the other day's video, you'll know that we got in a huge fight in order to get this coconut milk. So you'll need 1 can of this, but we're gonna separate the water from the cream. So put it in the fridge overnight, let it chill, so it's easy to separate, and then yeah, we'll use the cream that's inside.
Probably shouldn't have shaken that up.
Probably not. There's another one in there. And then we have 1 tablespoon monk fruit sweetener, 1/2 tablespoon vanilla extract, of which we have none. And we're not going to get in a fight about that ingredient, so we're going to use coconut extract instead.
I didn't get any.
And then we need 1 tablespoon coconut oil.
Those macros are...
Those ingredients make these macros.
And those macros are 298 calories, 29.2 grams of fat, 4.6 grams of protein, 6.4 grams of carbs.
Total carbs.
Which breaks down to, oh, I didn't see the net. I'm sorry, total carbs, and then 2.5 grams net carbs. So that's 85.7% fat, 8.3% carbs, and 6% protein. And side note, someone or some people have decided to try and correct our math, and if any of you guys didn't know, for every 1 gram of fat, there is 9 calories. For every 1 gram of protein or carbs, it's only 4 calories. So, no matter even if the protein and the fats are the same amount of grams, the ratio is always going to be higher from the fat because there is more calories. So, that's that. Side note.
Very educational, babe. Alright, let's make this thing. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees. I don't know why I'm staring at you right now. While that's preheating, we're going to get our coconut flakes. And we're going to get, I'm reading our directions here. Line a cookie sheet with parchment paper and evenly spread coconut flakes. So, parchment paper. One cup of coconut flakes. Do you have a measuring cup? Alright. This time we have a measuring cup.
How much do I need?
1 cup. What?
How much of this do I need? This is good?
Yeah, probably. Alright, so evenly spread 1 cup of coconut flakes on there. You're way better at that than me. And then we're going to bake these for 6 to 8, not 6 to 8, but 6 to 8 minutes until it turns golden brown. By the way, all of these recipes are posted on KetoBrick.com under recipes. They're made by Joe at Keto Culinary Stuff on Instagram. What are you looking at?
That does not look like those.
Well, these are a little bit bigger, but
That would be the fine ground that we have over there.
this is what we got.
You
baby.
promised.
I like a little chunk.
We have those. I mean, I don't think that it's going to stay together very well, is what I'm saying.
You don't want to use our flakes?
I mean, we have those flakes over there.
Alright, use those flakes. My gosh.
I feel like these are going to be really big.
We're changing flake size. Calling it audible. Alright, so we're doing the shredded coconut, medium flake size. Look at that. Alright, now you want to spread it out. Beautiful. So we're going to stick these in the oven right now for 6 to 8 minutes until they become golden brown at 350 degrees. Then we're going to pull them out. We'll holler back at you then. Alright, we are back. We have our toasted coconut flakes. They are pretty toasted. So we let these cool for a little bit. We're going to throw these in a bowl. And we are going to mix that with all the other, not all the other ingredients, but some of the ingredients. We're going to mix that with 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. Can you melt that a little bit?
Melt the coconut oil?
Hey, this is still probably pretty warm. Well, we need melted coconut oil in there. It's like, while you're doing that, this is the coconut milk. We separated it, so it's got the...
Separated it and dumped out the liquid.
Yeah, so the liquid is no longer in here. We're going to mix the cream in there. So that is good to go. We're going to throw our 1 tablespoon of sweetener and also our, is it teaspoon? Yeah, 1/2 tablespoon of teaspoon of extract into this bowl as well. So that goes in there. Beautiful. Coconut oil is melted.
Ready on in?
Yeah. And then you just mix all this up. I'm gonna use a fork. You might just want to get in there with your hands.
Do you want me to mix it?
Yeah, go for it, baby. She's better at that kind of stuff than me. Alright, so now we have our dough, which looks like that. And we're basically going to get another piece of parchment paper, roll that out and form these little logs with that. So the recipe that those can't even speak right now. Those macros are per log, so this broken into 5 logs. So Crystal's probably better at that than me too. Let her do that.
Oh.
Alright, so how's that feel when you're shaping it up, babe?
Pretty oily.
Pretty oily? We are dealing with high fat items here.
Robert wouldn't know because he doesn't know how to get his hands dirty.
No, you're just so good at this stuff. And then once you have your 5 logs here, you're going to stick this in the freezer for like 10 or 15 minutes just so that they harden up. That'll solve the oiliness issue. Is that a word? Oiliness issue. So we're going to pop these in the freezer for 10 to 15 minutes, let those harden up. Alright, so while those are in the freezer kind of hardening up, we're going to take our 1/2 Coconut Cream Keto Brick. We're going to melt this in the microwave. And then you want to kind of use a deep measuring cup because we're going to be dipping those logs into it. So I'd get a pretty hefty measuring cup. And just so y'all know, a lot of people melt the bricks down to use them in like additional molds, like smaller molds. Don't just stick them in the microwave on high for like 5 minutes because it'll burn and scald the ingredients. You're going to want to like have it on there for like a 30-second intervals and then like check it after every 30 seconds, give it a little stir, put it back in there. It shouldn't take too many, but we're going to melt our half brick now. Alright, y'all, our little blob bars, that'd be a good name, from Coconut Cream Blob Bars. They're hardened up. Our coconut cream brick has been melted. So now we're going to basically dip these in the coconut cream batter and just coat them really good. And
oh, that's how you're going to do it?
yeah, I'm going to try and do this without splitting them in half just to see how that works. So
does it suggest splitting in half?
No. That worked pretty good though. So putting that.
You could do like this.
Yeah, I thought that. Then it's not gonna dip as easy.
Oh,
Now you're splitting it in half. See,
shoot.
Crystal's messing it up.
Shoot.
Do it like Robert does it, you're gonna be all right. You do it like
Oh
Crystal
my
does it, you're gonna be
gosh.
messed up.
You don't even know how to roll these. All right, go ahead, blob it up. Can I have this piece? Okay.
All right. And we kind of rushed the freezing time, so if we let it sit in there a tad bit longer, probably wouldn't have the issues that we are now. But
Probably shouldn't have had that bite because now I know what it's gonna taste like.
it's looking pretty good though. And in case any of y'all see the nibs in this batter, it's because this is one of the OG coconut bricks that we made, like as a test batch. And it had a few nibs left over from the prior recipe, so there's not any nibs in the normal coconut bricks. All right, so now that all of these blogs, kind of rolls off the tongue pretty nice. I like that.
Bloblogs.
Bloblogs. Now that these bloblogs are all smothered in keto brick batter, we're gonna stick them back in the freezer for an additional 10 to 15 minutes so that everything hardens up fully, and we'll catch you then.
I would also suggest that everyone put this on a pan, a sheet pan, rather than trying to, pick it off of parchment paper.
You know.
Okay, check in with you later.
All right, so we are back in action. They sat in the freezer for like 10 or 15 minutes. They are hardened, they are ready to eat, and they look amazing.
It's funny that that's the one you went for.
Well, we gotta get a picture, so I wanna get the one that's got all the extra stuff hanging off of it. You wanna take the first bite? Of course.
Did you guys hear that?
What'd I say?
Of course.
Ladies first.
Uh-huh.
It looks like, I don't know if y'all can see that with the zoom in, but
Almost looks like a cannoli.
yeah, it looks really good.
Oh, you're gonna take a big bite? Of course. You wanna take, of course? You're gonna take a second bite? Of course.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
I really do enjoy that.
and you're not a huge fan of coconut.
I wasn't. I am not.
You are now?
Not because of this recipe, but because I am. Okay, so the inside kind of reminds me of a little bit of you know that cereal that's a square?
No.
And it's like wheat.
Wheat Thins? No, it's a cracker. Chex.
No, it's like a square, and it's
Cinnamon
like
Toast Crunch?
It almost looks like a little haystack.
Oh, wheat.
Frosted? No.
Frost. Y'all know this, like little haystack cereal. What is that called? Wheat. It's wheat something.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Wow, that's how long it's been since we've looked at cereal.
That's what this reminds you of?
It almost tastes a little bit like that. It's really good. That was never anybody's favorite cereal, but I really did enjoy it at one point.
I'm digging it. So what would you give it on a simplicity scale?
I think it's really simple, especially for like a treat. Like if someone's coming over to your house or something, I feel like it's super simple. So I'd give it, out of 10, I'd probably give it an 8.
It does taste just like that now that you mention it.
Right?
Now that I've got that flavor, that profile in my mind. What is the name of that cereal? Tastes just like that
I know. I'm about to look it up. Haystack cereal.
Mini wheats.
Frosted mini wheats.
Mini wheats.
We didn't know it said wheats.
This coconut cream blob bar tastes just like frosted mini wheats.
Yeah, but really much better.
Yeah, it's
not
better for you.
You took a whole thing and
With less bite?
yeah.
All right. And then, so simplicity, pretty easy.
I'll say
8. Flavor profile?
8.
What would you say?
I'd probably give it an 8. I really like it, and I like that it's not overly sweet. Like, I think that's probably like my favorite part about it. It's like, it's sweet, but like not overly sweet, and it's actually pretty filling.
It is really filling.
Like I'm already filled.
Surprisingly, yeah. Cost? Pretty cheap. I mean, I think it's pretty cheap. Coconut flakes, coconut cream.
I think for most people, probably the highest price item is going to be your keto brick.
Yeah, probably the brick. And then, yeah, I'm digging it.
Mm-hmm.
The macros, pretty good. 85.7% fat ratio, so passes the bill there.
How do you feel about that being covered in something else other than the cinnamon or the coconut brick?
I think it'd be good. I'd eat it.
I think it'd be perfect. I just wanted to see.
Shoot, yeah.
What
All
you
right,
guys
so
thought.
that is all we got to say about that. That is the Coconut Cream Keto Blob Bar. Hashtag, or not hashtag, but slash keto friendly mini wheat. Frosted. I love it. All right. See y'all next time. Oh, by the way, just another plug for Joe. He's the one that's making these recipes. Yes. It's keto culinary stuff on Instagram, and the link to his profile is in the recipe.
Makes lots of really, really yummy looking things.
Very talented guy. Thank you, Joe. And this recipe is on the Keto Brick website, not the Keto Savage website. So ketobrick.com. Check out the recipe section. See y'all next time.